Hi everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. With all the recent earthquakes around the Ring of Fire, major earthquakes, they're saying the earthquake there in Burma, USGS is estimating that the death toll may rise to about 3,000. That earthquake about 3 days ago, and then yesterday there was another earthquake off the coast of Tonga. So with the increased activity of the Ring of Fire, why hasn't there been a major earthquake along the Cascadia subduction zone? The Cascadia subduction zone, located along the west coast of North America, from Northern California to British Columbia, is a region where the Juan de Fuca plate is subducting beneath the North American plate. This subduction zone has experienced major earthquakes, though they are infrequent. The most recent significant event occurred on January 26, 1700, with an estimated magnitude of a 9.0, and that was based on geological evidence such as tsunami deposits and historical records from Japan, which they documented what they called an orphan tsunami. The reason there hasn't been a major earthquake in recent times, say within the last century, is tied to the tectonic behavior of the subduction zone. Subduction zones like Cascadia are characterized by periods where the plates become locked, meaning they are stuck together, allowing stress to build up over time. When the accumulated stress exceeds the strength of the locked fault, it releases suddenly, causing a major earthquake. In Cascadia, the plates are currently locked, and stress has been building since the 1700 event, over 320 years ago. The Ring of Fire is a horseshoe-shaped region encircling the Pacific Ocean, known for its active tectonic plate boundaries, frequent earthquakes, and volcanic activity. The Cascadia subduction zone lies off the Pacific Northwest coast of North America, once again where the Juan de Fuca plate is being forced beneath the North American plate. Subduction zones like this one are typically associated with powerful earthquakes due to the immense pressure that builds up and is eventually released when the plates slip, when it snaps. And when that happens, God, I hope you got a plan. You know, you think about the 7.7 earthquake that happened three days ago there in Burma, and over, they figure probably close to 3,000 people have been killed. What is the death toll going to be for the Cascadia subduction zone, going from up there by Canada all the way down to California? And will it trigger other faults like the St. Andreas fault? Will other countries come to our aid, like the U.S. and other countries have sent aid to Burma? Historical and geological studies indicate that major earthquakes in the Cascadia subduction zone occur approximately every 300 to 600 years. Given that the last event was 1700, the region is within the reoccurrence interval, suggesting that a major earthquake could happen in the future, potentially soon. But though the exact timing cannot be predicted, the convergent rate of the Juan de Fuca plate beneath the North American plate is about 30 to 40 millimeters per year. It's relatively slow compared to other subduction zones, such as Japan's plate, which moves at 80 to 90 millimeters a year, the Nazca plate off South America, which moves about 80 millimeters a year. While the slower rate of this area might contribute to less frequent earthquakes, the fully locked nature of the Cascadia fault means that most of the motion is stored as elastic strain, setting the stage for a large, infrequent megathrust earthquake rather than more frequent, smaller ones. When Cascadia generates an earthquake, The entire subduction zone, spanning about 1,000 kilometers or over 600 miles, tends to rupture at once. This produces a massive megaquake, a magnitude 9.0 or higher, but requires centuries to accommodate enough stress, build up enough stress for such an event. In comparison, other regions may see more frequent, smaller earthquakes because their faults rupture in segments rather than all at once. So they believe that the next time there's a major earthquake along the Cascadia megathrust fault, it's going to be all at once. The Cascadia fault is what they call highly coupled, meaning the plates are tightly locked together, with most of the plate motion storing energy for a future earthquake rather than being released through gradual creep or smaller events. I've talked about the creep that occurs along maybe, say, the Hayward Fault or down there in Southern California, but it doesn't do that here along the Cascadia subduction zone. This strong locking supports the pattern of infrequent but massive quakes. Thus, the Cascadia subduction zone doesn't lack major earthquakes. Rather, it experiences them on a timescale of centuries. The absence of a major earthquake in recent history reflects its current position in the stress accumulation phase, with the next significant event anticipated but not yet occurred. Smaller earthquakes do occur in the region, but the massive megathrust event, which are the hallmark of subduction zones, remain rare and widely spaced in time. These smaller quakes are not relieving the pressure. In short, the Cascadia subduction zone is quiet now because it is in a preparatory phase, building towards a future major earthquake. And when will that happen? We don't know. The devastation that will occur from Vancouver all the way down to the border there, or down by California, is going to be massive. It will take decades to rebuild. Those that do survive will probably be a mass migration from the area because the infrastructure, water, sewer, medical facilities, things like that. Yeah, it's going to be a long time to rebuild. Are you prepared for such an event? What would you do? You know, the tsunami that would come in would be in a matter of minutes. You wouldn't have time to rescue loved ones from rubble. Would you stay, or would you be one of the many people that migrate out of that area? What are your thoughts? Please put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless y'all. Bye.